What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. So, as promised, I will give my review on visiting Sierra Leone and my experience while I was there, because I share my goods, my bads, and the indifferent. So hold on tight, family, because this is a very touchy subject, because I know there are people who are from the country of Sierra Leone. There are those who go there who have ties to the country or may do business there, family members there. And I am mindful not to do such videos that it will be, let's just say, negative in a sense to where it hurts people. That is not my goal in giving my review. It's not my goal to really trash on or to paint a picture that is derogatory to the way that people might feel a certain way. Now, there's going to be people who's going to be upset at this video, because no matter what you say or try to portray something, there's just people who's going to disagree with you. But this is my channel, and this is my opinion, this is my perception. So I'll put it out there like that, and I'm going to share the pros, the cons, or the goods and the bads and the indifferent. I've been told that, typically you should start with the negative and end with the positive. And so I'm going to share my experience for you all who might want to go view Sierra Leone, visit, or what have you. You have a little education behind you in just what I observed, what I experienced. Now, I got into Sierra Leone and I was there, I'd say probably over about a week. And I got into the country through the airport and all. And, there was some issues. And like anywhere else I've been, there's been issues. But there's just some things when I don't understand it, I ask the question why. Now, it was, let's just say, hectic getting in. Of course, COVID changes a whole lot of things when getting into a country. And, it will change your whole mindset when you see how business is being done. Now, when I got there to Sierra Leone, of course, I was given heads up by THC, the Pan-African TV channel, what have you. What's up, my brother? He gave me a heads up of what to expect when getting over there. And so I had a little knowledge, but thank goodness I had that information, because it definitely would have been twice as worse had I not known the information. But one of the issues that I came across was really, you're being bombarded by people who are, trying to, get money out of you. So when I got down there in the airport, you get your bags, you got to go through customs and stuff like that. Some countries you go to, they don't bother you, or there are those, once you get through all that, you got your baggage, your luggage, you got to go get your COVID test there. They're asking you for a little extra money. Can you leave money here in the envelope? Can you put money over here in the box, the whatever? And so you will be bombarded by those who's just trying to get extra money out of you. And then, trying to get your, your SIM card, and then, you're dealing with people with that. You're being rushed by different business companies who are trying to, of course, sell you boat rides over to Freetown. So you gotta, think about that. Me and my travels there, that's one indication that the people are hurting. When you see that people who are working for the government, people who are in the police, people who are working in the airports and stuff that are trying to get money from you, is an indication that there's a struggle beyond what you would may even imagine. And little did I know I would see a struggle that really struck me to my core. Getting out of that airport and then had to get a boat ride over to Freetown, I thought was so antiquated. A lot of things were antiquated. And I asked myself a million times, why? How can we have a government system that will allow such things that go on that could be so easily fixed? Leaving the airport to get to your boat, you're going through dirt roads of bumps and hills, as we would call African massages. When you're shaking the cars and vehicles and you're rocking back and forth. And it's like, this is a major airport. that majority of people are going to Freetown, that you haven't constructed a simple road for 1 mile, if it's that, to get to the shore, to get on the boat. But in saying that, here it is, we get to a place on the boat, which is a 30-minute ride to get over to Freetown. And so we get to Freetown and I get over to my hotel. Now, of course, y'all see my video when I get to my hotel and all that right there, you know. This is had high reviews. And, you know, I could have stayed at the, you know, the Sheraton Blue, and, you know, I could have done that. Then typically I try to stay away from major, you know, chains unless I'm with my wife or what have you. And, you know, find some place a little different where more of a, you know, you can get more of the local feel. But still, it costs some money. But I had my cockroaches that were bothering me at night, popping up on my bed, you know, and, you know, running around the room, and I paid the rent. They didn't. They're trying to get a free ride. And so I had to get out of that situation, especially when you're paying a decent dollar to stay in a place. And, you know, but that is not even the issue, really, on the bad side, if you will. The poverty broke me. People are hard workers. People are doing it every day. And I keep hearing people saying about the government. And I'm trying to tell them, okay, let's forget the government right now. How can we get over this? How can we, you know, how can we start with, you know, having pride in ourselves? How about knowing who we are? Because the pollution, what people live in, was what struck me. I could not believe the plastics that are around. And we know plastics don't go nowhere. The trash, the poverty that is so many people are struck by. You know, the only thing I saw that really was a positive of development since the independence of the country was the roads that were constructed by the Chinese. And I'm like, what has these governments over the years have done for the people? Why does these electricity keep going out so often? Why is it the drainage and the smell and the stench of the sewer systems are antiquated? Why, when I look into the rivers and the ocean, that the trash are floating around, and it was like, it was heartbreaking.
This is Krube, a slum community near Sierra Leone's capital, Freetown. This trash you see here is a playing ground for small children. Animals like pigs, dogs, cats and vultures are all attracted by the strong smells. There's no sanitation, no cleaning, and the creation of stagnant waters attracts malaria-carrying mosquitoes that kills thousands of children every year.
Waste is poorly managed, especially in the city, and as a result of that, because of the absence of dumping sites in the city, a lot of garbage gets clogged into our drainages, causing flooding, causing water to accumulate around people's houses and compounds. And at the end of the day, it results in a lot of insect vectors thriving in the environment. So every area where there is poor sanitation, we always find a predominance of malaria.
Malaria is one of the biggest killers in Sierra Leone. An estimated 2,240,000 people visit the hospitals every year to get malaria treatment. Of these, 1 million are children under the age of 5. According to 2019 demographic health survey, 12 out of every 100 will die before reaching that age. Many of these deaths are malaria related. This is Stephen Villansana, Mojo journalism reporter for Premier News.
And this is nothing to the people, but to the system that is in place. Why do we have to live like this? Why can't we treat us, our people, ourselves with excellence? Why can't we come up with a devise of a system, a plan, to be able to construct good modern buildings? Why are I'm seeing buildings that were constructed in the 60s, the 50s, and yet I haven't been shown anything that is of modern for the people to enjoy, for their hard work. This has nothing to do with the people, but the people who's in the governments. It's hard for me to see, why is it that I'm hearing the reports from the locals that the chicken I shared with you all, this chicken was so old, and I knew it was over a year old. I know chicken. That the manager of the place told me I was right. That the government is corrupt with doing deals with other people in business, that they only have one importer of chicken. The people deserve better. The people deserve better infrastructure. The people deserve better waterways and electricity. That they have electricity on a ship outside of on the ocean. It struck me like, why? Why is it that we have these people who wants to run for these government bodies, don't care nothing about the people? Let's get to the good part. The people. I met some very beautiful people. And that's why I'm so upset at when I see that there are, don't get me wrong, this ain't just Africa. This is here in America, it's the same way. You got some states who do well for the people, who, you know, they have things that are in place, good drinking water, sewer systems. But then you have some cities who don't care. Only thing they do is take. They're not trying to do nothing for the people. But the people in Sierra Leone, the people in the villages, the people that were in the city, hustling, bustling, trying to make way, trying to take care of themselves, trying to do right. We're beautiful. The hearts, the mentality, I had no issues with the people. I got to talk to the people on the street. I got to talk to the guys out there, you know, who were what I was told, problematic, and just have genuine conversations. I got to hear their hearts. I got to feel the pulse. And it's sad when it comes to that, when you see that these people are looking for jobs, these people are trying their best. Though I knew there were people who weren't doing their best. I knew there were people who were lazy. I knew people who were looking for a handout, people who were just beggars. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the average person who gets up early in the morning to try to go ahead and start their business or go to work. You know, it's like the people deserve more. I saw that, you know, the police there, you know, whipping people with sticks, trying to get them to behave or operate in a fashion the way they wanted them to. People deserve better than that. You know, Sierra Leone, that I was able to go out to the villages, that's where I loved the villages. If it was anywhere I would live in the villages. For the villagers was at least taking care of their property. It was clean. It was quiet. It was no pollution. You know, like the pollution that goes on within the city because it's larger and more people, and a lot of people just, you know, just don't care. But I loved going out to the countryside, the terrains. Oh my goodness, Sierra Leone is beautiful. But let me tell you this right here too. The sad part is it's got the beautiful waterways and beaches, but yet it's trashed in most places. And the only place that most people show you is that is so beautiful and all that right there that you see most of these people showing you are on the resorts that you got to pay to get in, and pay $5 to sit down on the beach, because those who got the money, who owns that spot that most people are going to go to be on a clean beach, are going to pay that money. It is what it is. It is what it is. But people was beautiful. I got an opportunity to be in the city, got the opportunity to get outside of the city and really get a feel, but I could have went to many other places. But I chose to stay in a few places, and I kept it simple because, like I said, I really was Sierra Leone. I'm gonna do a video too on the west of Africa and the east of Africa. In the east of Africa, where I see things are more developed than the West. And I shake my head to this day of why. Why is the West in the way that it is? I know it's a whole lot more politics than I can ever imagine, what goes on behind the scenes. Maybe the problems of the connections of the colonized countries, maybe they have deals with and stuff. I don't know. But when I see other countries that are thriving and doing well and can at least, like certain countries, like Rwanda, for instance, that can clean up, you know, I say to the Sierra Leoneans, you know, hey, let's not sit back and wait on the government to do for ourselves. Let's clean our country up. Let's clean our yard. Let's clean our house. Let's clean our business. Let's start there. And let's build from there. Because I don't know whether or not, you know, whether you get offended by what I'm saying or not. Just take a step back and walk around your city and see. You know, the traffic that goes up. I am amazed that there's no traffic lights. In 2021, no traffic lights, that you got police officers who stand in the roads, that sometimes they even hold it up even longer. But no traffic lights? We're in 2021 and you have no traffic lights? To ease the pain of the people, to be able to navigate through your city? Where's the money going? There's billions of dollars being pushed into some of these countries to help out, and who's getting it? We already know. People have then told me. They tell me how they feel. They just don't want to be recorded. I understand it. But Sierra Leone is a place you should go visit. It's a place that you can go ahead and still enjoy. There are places there that are lovely. But as far as Freetown's concerned, for me, in my opinion, I did not enjoy it. I enjoyed the people, the sights, as far as when it came to, you know, looking at the different areas, but it was very much an eyesore. And I hope somebody here from the country will take light of this and yet make an initiative of trying to start with that. And then hopefully the government can see that the people who want it so bad, they can do right for the infrastructure, the electricity, the sewer, the water, the beaches, the traffic lights. So with that, family, Sierra Leone, I give you a thumbs up for the people who are hard workers, who's trying to do, who are stuck in a place that they got to make do with what they have. And don't get me wrong, there's people there with money. I see there's a lot of big houses out there on the hills and all that there. But it's amazing to see there's so much more we can do. As far as the government system goes, for those who are sitting in seats and all that right there, we have to turn it to this, to help the people, to help your economy, to help your city, your country, because people deserve more. This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa.